My name is Zero Cool Gamer, and I am here with the man from across the pond, JPT. How's it going, man? How's CC run? How you feeling about this week for CC?
Yeah, let's not talk about last week. But this
Was
week, um, yeah, yeah, this week, I think I feel pretty good. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to work out how to use the full Fantastic Four team now, or should we say, I'll say the main three piece with Franklin being out recently. So he's gonna change some things up in CC. Whether to use him on offense or defense, we'll have a chat about it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
well, the major concern I would think of is that he's Franklin's a pretty powerful piece. Does it make you want to try to move Professor X to offense now instead of defense, or are you just going, you know what, and leaving him there and I'll figure it out?
I think I, as I was saying to you earlier, I would say if you was gonna have someone on defense, I think Professor X is still better to use on defense than Fantastic Four. If you were to choose between the two, of course you can have them both on defense if you wanted to. But it is looking like Fantastic Four can be used against a few problematic teams or characters. So if there's a choice of, oh, should I take Professor X off defense or Fantastic Four off defense? I think Professor X is the one to keep over Fantastic Four. Um, but yeah, it's kind of, you can probably try and do a couple of things with the team, as in like putting a character or two in to help them on defense. But it did seem like last week there were, after people figured them out from round one, there were quite a few teams that could actually beat them. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm Fantastic Four as a team seems great on paper, although some of the speed or speed bar issues seem to be just going a little
Uh,
bit wonky, that they're not really, working correctly. But then again, it's that
I
first,
think
couple of days with him out. So hopefully we'll see some, hopefully they'll, well, maybe we're just not seeing it right or whatever. But in terms of his kid, he should be always going first. I don't know why he's not. Um,
yeah, I've and this is a little bit off topic, but I was using Fantastic Four in Danger Room, and I had the arena packed on, and for like the first three rooms, it was kind of going as expected, should we say? The speed was working, and then it came to one room, and I had Doom with the team as well, so he gets the tag. Doom just decided to go first. So there's definitely something going on with his kit and his speed and the turn order, whether it's to do with arena or just say his kit in general. I don't know, but I think that's the biggest issue at the moment when it's come to using him in places. It's a little bit like, who's going first? What's going to happen? How's this going to play out? You're not guaranteed to knowing the turn order what's going on because it seems to be working, and then you get one match that suddenly just throws it off, and you're like, right, okay, so what the hell's wrong with this kit? So yeah, there definitely seems to be something that's an issue. I mean, which say when there's bugs, and when it's a game mode like CC, and you've only got three chances to beat a team, if there's a bug in the team, then it could either hurt you or help you. So we just
well,
don't know.
with the teams that we're going for, we're basically looking at rooms. Obviously, for like room one, you could use Illuminati because they do stop the assists, so that might help you out there if you want to put them on defense. I would probably not put Fantastic Four in there, just so if the speed or the speed bar issue comes into play, you don't want to get steamrolled, especially since they're your brand new toy, and if you get your brand new toy steamrolled on you, you're going to be really upset. So I definitely wouldn't put them in there. Room 2, you definitely don't want them to clone Franklin. That won't be great.
Nope.
He'll slap you, and it won't feel good. So I definitely wouldn't go there. Room 3, maybe not. Maybe it's up for grabs there whether or not you want him to go or not. He'll get barrier, a little bit of barrier, so that's not too bad. And having him with offense up could be a massive point there for yourself. Room 4, that's a Starjammer room, so if you would just want to keep them in there, Starjammers or Annihilators, that probably work best. For room 5, you could possibly put them in. 5 feels like a throwaway room still, with just getting the trauma for an ice attack. That you could do another one, but room 6 is probably the most interesting because it clears all the positive effects and heals people up, and this room could really turn around in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Any recommendations where, if they decided to put Franklin, where would you think would be the best place to put him?
I think more based on teams that you're gonna more likely put in rooms. Probably either room 3 or 6, I would say, because there's been times when I've taken advantage of room 5 with trauma, and that double tap on trauma has been very useful. So as Fantastic Four don't apply trauma, I think maybe if it's a woman's special does, I can't remember, but regardless, trauma isn't really a big part of their kit. You don't want trauma to be put onto your team and then your Franklin getting absolutely annihilated. So I think, say, like room 5 would actually hurt them. Room 4, it said Starjammers. A lot of people find that are putting them in the next room, so you might as well just leave them as Starjammers. Room 2, you don't want Franklin cloned, so avoid that. And room 1, silence does stop assist, so but yeah, so if he's put silence on their team, it can help to protect Fantastic Four a little bit in room 1. But like you said, if which we moaned about, silence can be cleared very easily. Silence ain't doing much to protect Fantastic Four, so yeah, the assisting mechanic can be used to the opposing advantage to kill your Franklin quickly. So I would personally say either would probably say room 3 or room 6. That would be the 2 areas I would look at to using them.
Now with CC changing with it, so you're moving stuff around, thinking, okay, cool, I could finally use Fantastic Four on defense instead of offense, which sounds really weird when you think about it. But is there any other team you're going to take off of defense and try on offense?
So teams I've been loving on offense are Illuminati, Phoenix Force, and a Curse. So these 3 teams I've been enjoying on offense. Curse on defense. I mean, there's an argument from Mephisto that he's strong for defense with a Curse, but I would personally say you got Mephisto as a very strong character, a Curse a very strong team, so kind of why waste them putting together when you can use them for 2 different reasons? Either one on like Mephisto on defense, which I would say for the most part is not needed anyway. Like Mephisto is getting counted way too much now, so he's again an offense character. So yeah, those 3 teams I would say that's who I would have on offense. There's slight argument for Professor X to be on offense, but I still think he's still got some use on defense. So either or is fine. But that's not from my experience, or what I've experienced, or what I've seen other people use and how they've been doing their CCs. So,
but a curse sucks. That's what the general consensus has been. The curse sucks. Well, yes, they suck on defense for the most part. You could put them with Quasar, and they're kind of a little bit of an annoyance, but you could still push through it. But I have always seen that they've worked better on offense, mainly because you know exactly what you're going to do with them, what team you're going to go into them. They are basically built to take out Illuminati and Starjammers, or mostly a lot of hero teams, so that way they can't get a majority of their buffs. Now, you could potentially stop Odin, however, his basic still does a buttload of damage, so that could be the only case where I see something could go awry there, because it doesn't matter if he does his special. If he's doing his basic and he's doing his battlefield effect every turn you're going, then it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to get swiped out of existence. Or you might be able to last long enough. But this isn't accounting for, the near max out of fucking, what's-her-face is a curse. Obviously, a max out of curse is going to take them out. But we're talking like mid-levels, the people that are around there that are building them up. I haven't built them up completely. They're still just tinkering along. So they can get swiped out of existence. I don't like it, but it is there. But Accursed can be a powerful team on offense. I think Starjammers mix and match in 4 should be fine. But seeing how Fantastic Four performs in 3 and or 6 is going to be the big one for this week.
Yeah, that's where I think you're going to see him the most, or quite honestly, where you should use them if you're using them on defense. But yeah, I'm still deciding what to do with them. I still want to test something with them on defense, but I think I'm looking to use them on offense. But yeah, we'll see if my little plan does work. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we will get more answers if Franklin's bugged. But who knows?
Could you see a potential for Fantastic Four, let's say the 3-piece, and maybe Phoenix Force?
I mean, let's put it this way: Phoenix Force can make any 3 characters great. So yeah, like them two combined together, I think would be a very powerful duo. Duo team, should we say? Yeah. So I can see there'd be use for it. Whether it be called overkill or not might be quite honestly the situation for putting them together. But hey, if you need to nuke a Professor X or maybe like an Odin comp, then screw it, do it, because at least Franklin's science ability can actually help a little bit with preventing Odin going crazy. So yeah, we'll definitely.
Yeah, his silence is okay. It seems to be still. I think trauma silence is going to be a quite bit more scarier than just regular silence, because anybody can flip it or it can be removed by certain characters, so it kind of negates what's happening there. But I mean, silence is doing a bit of damage, which is great, to say the least. It's great. But CC this week is going to be basically thrown all over the place, with Fantastic Four being put anywhere or everywhere, or just at least a 3-piece being put with a mixed match of teams to see how they're going to hold up with it. I personally see more people trying to push Odin and Professor X with them, just because of all the speed and the speed bar and all those mechanics in there that will probably make somebody throw their phone or just rip their hair out. Hopefully, Fly doesn't lose his shit, but he might. We never know.
I think he did.
He might do it if he sees that on defense, he's gonna lose it. But do you got any other recommendations for people this week?
Quite honestly, I'd say from what I can feel top of my head, pretty much covered it. Maybe recommendations, because I see it a lot still. Don't use vigilantes on defense.
People do it.
People do it. But no, I think at the moment CC's in a very interesting place, because it is a case of there's arguments for both ways, and it's honestly hard to know what is the best approach to do it. It's a bit more down to luck in terms of if the opponent you match up to has decided to go turtle or offensive heavy compared to what you're doing. So it's a little bit more down to luck at the moment for that reason alone, because it's defense is not really holding, but also there are cases you can make it hold if certain characters aren't available to some people. But yeah, it's interesting what's going on with CC at the moment, I'll definitely say.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a fun ride this week with Franklin being out. Now you got the entire Fantastic Four, and what I believe we forgot to mention it's just a little nibble there, but you know, 2 interesting characters did get a little bit of a rework. The only major one that I think would even be thinking about bringing up is old Emma. OG Emma got a fat stat increase, and she is not going to die from when you put her on as a 5th just to lower everybody down. So she'll be around for a bit, and I think she's going to prove to be a bigger pain like she was back in the day when she goes into crystal form and you can't get nothing on her. She is not going to take nothing because she's going to be super resistant towards almost everything except for those abilities that say 1000 extra % focus. But I don't think we got any characters that are going to really boost that right around here, but
I think with CC, the kind of lucky thing is there are quite a few CC teams that can't have their speed bar reduced, so her part of the passive isn't effective. But of course, if you slot her in the right team, that is going to be a team that doesn't have that ability in their passive, then she's definitely going to cause an impact in changing how turn order goes. So definitely be careful of that. Especially as well.
Be a problem.
What I was going to say, newer players who never experienced the old Emma meta are now going to start seeing her in CC and experience what we used to experience back in the day. So yeah, it's definitely, she's a character to be careful of for sure, because that passive of the speed bar reduction is a nightmare alone. And then of course, like you said, you got the diamond form that nothing's gonna land on her. And also you've got to remember, to get diamond form, she cleanses the team as well. So you've got to be careful with what her kit does. So yeah, should be a problem.
All right, peoples, be on the lookout for a bunch of stuff coming through CC this week. I got a feeling some more phones are going to get thrown across the room. People are going to be upset because they're going to be like, damn it, I don't got Franklin, but they do. Or, wow, I don't got enough training mats to build up Emma, but I wish I did, as this guy did. So plan your stuff out once you see your opponent's defenses. Don't just jump right into it right away. I know people love pressing buttons, but they don't have to do it here. But I want to thank JBT for jumping on in for a little bit. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yep. And just remember, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We will be having Community Crucible on Friday and Saturday. So come on in, find me on Twitch. We'll go ahead and help you out if you need help. Otherwise, you can just watch the shenanigans go crazy, because more than likely Fly's going to be the one that's just pressing buttons. So we'll see how that works. But
I'm me shouting.
But I'll thank JBT for jumping on from the future, from over there across the pond, and I will see you guys on the next one. So for me and JBT, we rolling out.
Roll out.
Noses.